fellow named David Crow from the Foo Fighters, I believe they're called, and a guy named Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin. A couple guys, Townsend and Roger Daltrey from The Who. Patty Griffin was there. Had a couple guys from a group named Kiss there. And what we did was we opened up a new wing of a hospital at UCLA for teenagers with cancer. Teenagers that have cancer normally end up in a ward with 3 and 4-year-olds. So when the clown walks in with the balloons and the lollipop, they feel a bit out of place. Or teenagers with cancer end up in a ward where someone's much older than them and wants to listen to very quiet music. Teenagers are a breed of their own. I know my youngest son, John Anthony, is a teenager. He's 14 years old, and they kind of want to have their own thing going. So we built this entire wing of UCLA just for teenagers with cancer. So while they were in between treatments, they can all stay together. They can hang out together. And like when you walk in, there's like a rock and roll museum. Their music playing, they hang out with one another. And I made a rather large donation, brought a few friends along to help raise some money for this event. And I did it on behalf of the Hairstylists of America. And of course, our dear friends at Patron. But the main point I wanted to get across to you was, another point I got across to them was related more to children with cancer. It's what I spoke about at the United Nations just a couple of weeks ago. I was able to talk to the United Nations, business people, philanthropists all together, and I talked to them about the word sustainability. Now, when I talked to the United Nations about sustainability, it was the maintenance between everything that's natural on our planet and all living forms on our planet. There must be a balance where you can't abuse the land, you can't abuse the water, you can't abuse a lot of things, or it knocks it out of kilter. It's not a balance any longer, and things don't go right. Well, it's the same for somebody in their life looking for sustainability in their own life and what they may do in their future, what they may choose to do. And that's where the Paul Mitchell schools come in, and we feel play a very important part. Yes, when you go to a Paul Mitchell school, you learn how to be a really good hair cutter, a really good hairstylist, a fabulous colorist, designer, how to take care of the front desk, how to merchandise, display, how to do promotions during the year. This is all good. In fact, we teach you what you need, not just to pass that state board exam, but be a successful hairstylist at the same time. But over and above that, the most important thing we share with you is what's called our culture. And I was explaining to some of these teenagers there and some of these people at the fundraiser what our culture is all about. We start out by saying in our own culture, we learn how to love ourselves. We learn how to be open enough so when there's some special people around us, we can love them too. And we are able to love people enough where our lives are okay. Now, sometimes we have a bummer day. Things didn't go right. Well, maybe at our schools we'll teach you an affirmation to read or somebody to talk to let you know that it's okay, that things are going to get better. And then more important is, how do you talk to your family? How many people in their lives, you don't have to raise your hands on this one, have a brother, a sister, a mom, a dad, one of their best friends before in high school, and you don't talk to each other anymore? Something went wrong. Your fault, their fault, it doesn't matter. You think it's their fault, they think it's your fault. But something was lost along the way. Well, how do you communicate with these people once again? How do you go up to them and say, hey, talk to me, let's talk to each other, let's get back to where we were before? It's just one of the things some of our schools do teach, where one can walk up to somebody, as an example, what is your name? Pardon?
Amanda. Hi.
That's Amanda. Amanda, well, she's a lot younger than I am, but let's say we were working together. I guess we went to school together because our age difference is just too much. I can see I'm the old guy at the back of the class that never graduated. Amanda and I were friends for many, many years. And somebody had told me along the way that Amanda was telling people that I stole money out of the back room of churches. And I was not a good guy. And I heard about it, and I wanted nothing to do with Amanda. Amanda would come around and say, sorry, Amanda, I've got something else to do. And Amanda and I were the best of friends. All of a sudden, Amanda aren't friends anymore. We're the best of friends, and something happens. You know, in most situations, somebody told somebody something that wasn't true. But you don't know it till you get to the base of it all. There's always, when people are arguing, look for the third party. Somebody said something to somebody. But I want to be friends with Amanda again after all these years. So I'll go up to Amanda, or I'll call her on the phone and say, Amanda, I'd like to ask you something. 4 years ago, you and I stopped being friends. We're the best of friends. Amanda, I don't know what I did, but I know I did something wrong. Amanda, can you tell me what I did wrong, how I offended you anyway? Because that wasn't me. Now I give Amanda a chance to say, yeah, I didn't do anything wrong. Why'd you stop talking to me? Then I would say, well, Amanda, I was told that you told, some people that I was back in churches taking money out of people's wallets and purses. And you may come back and say, I never said that. Somebody's told you something that was totally untrue, or that was a misunderstanding. And say, oh my God, Amanda, I'm so sorry. John Paul, I'm so sorry. We're hugging and we're close together again. Or if you have a mom or a dad, and you did something, your mom, your dad, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your sweetheart, your significant other, that didn't go right, and all of a sudden there's boredom in your relationship, or you don't talk to one another, do the same thing. Walk up and say, hey, I know something went wrong. What did I do wrong? Not look what you did wrong, Mom. Look what you did wrong, Dad. Look what you did wrong, Sam or George or Oliver. It's, well, what did I do wrong? Please let me know. I want to learn. I'm not that same person. Give everyone a chance to talk back and forth. These are just some of the things we do in our culture. As my partner Wynn so well pointed out, we have fundraisers. All of our schools have fundraisers. We have fundraisers that help take care of thousands of orphans in Africa, ages 1 day to 12 years old, that have no mom and no dad. They died of AIDS and nobody wants them. We feed them, we clothe them, we take care of them in their life. We take care of people and show them how to go on people that are losing their memory through Alzheimer's disease. Children's Miracle Network. Not a child is ever turned away from any of their 157 hospitals that need medical care if they don't have any money. Everyone's taken care of. Animals programs to adopt animals. It's a variety of things that we do. Now, why do all of our students raise the money? Last year, my God, they raised so much money, it's going into the millions now. Why do they do it? Will they ever meet one of the orphans in Africa that they're feeding? Probably not. Will they ever meet someone who is losing their memory and someone was taught how to deal with that parent or that loved one? Probably not. Will you meet these kids from Miracle Network? Probably not. Will you meet any of the animals that we save from shelters and from destruction? Probably not. But why do we do it? Part of our culture and life is letting America know and the world know it's a new world. It's a new America. And I don't care what the politicians are going to do. We're going to change things because we are we the people. And the new America. And the new America is we take over. We make ourselves happy. If somebody is not happy in our lives, we go to them and we talk to them. We make them happy. We make sure we have a happy life. And we influence so many people. And with that happy life, we could influence others. Do you know that hairstylists speak to 70% of all working people from the ages of 18 to 58 years old once every 3 months? That's pretty powerful, very powerful. If you have a friendly, exciting attitude, and if your life is happy, more important, if your own life is happy, and then those around you can be happy. If your own life is happy, hey, those around you won't be too happy, and you'll be talking about gossip while they're in the chair. So that might not be bad either. Sometimes that's fun too. What I'm trying to point out is we look at happiness and health and wealth and a nice career going along with it. And we think that we the people can make huge changes in America by our attitude. And that is part of our culture. I do want to thank all the students that are here from all the schools that came in from everywhere, the parents that are here, our new students that are here, our educators, our school owners that flew from all over the place, and maybe someone just walking by and hear what we're all about. We're all about a lot of love, and we don't talk about change like people do when they run for president. We talk about taking action, and that action makes things happen, not just promises. Thank you all for being a part of John Paul Mitchell Network. Thank you for being part of our Paul Mitchell School program. And I bring up the greatest partner when.